When you think of a bum, what comes to mind? Yeah. You know, oftentimes people would think it's Yuto Okatsu with this nigga fucking bush camping and shit. And, you know, bush camping. That's really it. Or shit, even Mark Grayson, also known as, for having a record of just getting his ass beat by various other people. I mean, that's recent, you know, he's been able to actually hold his own and win most of his fights. I mean, in the show at least. In the comics, he does way more. But what if I were to tell you that there was a character that can combine, you know, bush camping and shit, and getting his ass beat most of his fights, you know, yeah, and also LARPing and shit, and, yeah, LARPing shit. Well, look no further. Matter of fact, let's have some characters from the verse itself describe how this character is.
A bomb! A pedo fucking cuckold!
The bottom of the barrel.
Pedo fraud bum.
Fraud bum.
Need I say more? The fuck? Yes, who other than the bum himself? The shit stain of the touchdown and probably also Cooldown family. Henry Cooldown. Who the fuck even... I know there's a couple of Henry fans, like a couple of my mutuals on TikTok. You know, actually like Henry. I don't like Henry at all. Henry's a fucking bum. Yeah. This video is gonna be cut into exactly... I'm pretty sure, yeah, 4 parts, because, you know, Henry's in No More Heroes 1, 2, Travis Strikes Again, and then lastly, you know, No More Heroes 3. You know, it's a good thing that I'm deciding to cut this into a long-ass video. And, yeah, the sole reason why I made this video, just my pure hatred for this troglodyte shit stain of a character that Suda 51 made. Bootleg Virgil looking ass nigga, like yeah, but without a further ado, Exhibit A or No More Heroes 1. Alright, so basically how you would introduce this character is to shove him into the ranked 5th match. Obviously, he has absolutely nothing to do with this fight at all, but you'll see why he's involved in this fight, because, yeah. So, essentially, starting off, you know, Travis finds a shit ton of blood around Stand and Destroy. He finds exactly where said blood is, and for some reason, the second he gets down to a, you know, spooky little long hallway, he runs into a shadowy figure. Now, obviously, that would be Henry. Yeah, spoiler alert. Yes, that is very much Henry Cooldown. But guess what? Now I can throw some shade at him. The nigga Henry is doing fucking blackface.
Whoa. Is that blackface, dude?
It's horrifying, I know. Henry Cooldown doing blackface. But yeah, that was a joke. Obviously, he does it to kind of aura farm on Travis to show, oh yes, I'm the superior brother. And then, you know, he kind of runs off like a little scantly twank. But, you know, he turns around just to see if Travis is still running behind him, just so he can stay relevant, and then just for him to dash all the way out. And now we get up to the part in which he is known for the bush camping. Alright. So, as Travis is getting himself prepared to go fight Dr. Leshake, Henry spawns out of complete thin air and just notices, you know, Dr. Leshake and a sneak attack. Yes, I consider that a fucking bush camp, lame ass fucking attempt. Because if Henry were to even fight Dr. Matter of fact, yeah, it's an Exhibit B, so... Yeah, let's keep quiet about that. But yeah, he sneaks, tries to fight Travis, and basically just goes right after that.
Mr. Sir Henry motherfucker, he just jetted.
But that's not all. That's not all. At the end of the game, he proceeds to spawn up out of nowhere at Travis's motel. I'm pretty sure he figured out where the hell he lives, because I'm guessing he's the, little guy who voices, like, who's in the voicemails all the time for the UAA. But yeah, he shows up to Travis's motel, fights him, and then basically nobody knows what happened in that fight. I'm just taking it as a Henry law. No. Actually, they did explain what happened in that fight. It was broken up by Sylvia, and Sylvia divorced his dumbass. That's all for Exhibit A. Now on to Exhibit B.
If you don't open it, how we gon' keep eating? Grab my thighs, step inside. When I came around that corner, that boy almost cried.
Alright, obviously this is going to be more of a shorter exhibit of evidence, but yeah. Remember how I said in Exhibit A, Henry Cooldown and, Dr. Leshake, and how Dr. Leshake doesn't come... Yeah, Dr. Leshake does fucking come back from the dead. And you want to know what happens to Henry? Henry fights him again, and yes, like the actual GOAT, Dr. Leshake is, Henry gets fucking noted and put as a literal statue. Yeah, fucking bum. And, Travis has to save Henry himself. And, yeah, Henry's in comatose for probably like a week or so. And then he ends up fighting some anime girl that kind of looks like a little ass girl, which, implications. Pedo. But yeah, after he gets out of his little comatose, he proceeds to go and say, yeah, I'm going to help you, Travis, and proceeds to off-screen 3 unknown ass niggas that obviously, were irrelevant just as him. Henry does show up later on at the end of the game, trying to save Travis's ass, kinda. Just for him not to even do shit later on in the fights. And, the second that, Jasper Bat Jr. turns into a literal kinda, I want to say he's a kaiju, but he's not a kaiju. He's like, what's that one guy from Ghostbusters? I forgot. State Puff Man? I don't know. Yeah. He kind of turns into that, and Henry just fucking bails out. Like the fucking bum he is. See, Virgil, yes, I'm going to throw in a Devil May Cry thing, but yes, Virgil was doing more for his brother against, Arkham. Like, come on. Take notes, Henry. That's how you be an actual good brother. And help. Not just fucking, I'ma get rid of the little, wingy things and fight them off and shit. Virgil actually went to go help Dante fight Arkham. And they 2v1'd his ass. And they both ended up winning. Henry just ran off like a little bum. And nothing was heard from him after that. Fuck it. Let's go to Exhibit C. A.K.A. Travis Strikes Again. This is probably going to be shorter than, the other one.
Sorry, I cannot fulfill this request. Sorry, I cannot fulfill this request. Sorry, I can...
So, he doesn't even show up in the main game, but he shows up in a DLC. Yeah, Henry basically starts a cult. Goes back to hating on Travis, even though he's more of a bigger bum than Travis will ever be. Minus the fact that Travis lives in a motel and shit, and now he's living in an RV. But yeah, Henry starts cult, does other shit. Never to be seen ever again after that point. This is why, as I said, this was going to be one of the shortest exhibits. You know what, fuck, let's just go to Exhibit D. Fuck. I don't like this exhibit.
Roll the windows up.
What's going on?
Roll the windows up, hurry! It fucking crashed! He's broke, he's homeless, he's gonna try to ask for money. Roll the windows.
Well, obviously I'm recording this a whole entire month after I made Exhibit A, B, and C, but who really cares about that? We're more focused on No More Heroes 3. Once again, Travis embarks back into the assassination rings. Henry isn't heard from until around the second to last match of the entire game. Yes. This fucking bum proceeds to email Travis stating that he is going to be right outside of his front door. Not really outside of his front door, but you know, outside of his motel, waiting to fight Travis once again. This dumbass proceeds to go on a whole entire tangent and speech about how power and stuff, and you know, just how do I describe it? This nigga's a fucking LARPer now. If you look directly at Travis's design and compare it to Henry's design, it's like Henry tries to steal the whole entire, you know, glasses off of Travis and the spiky hair too, but you know, while trying to put in his own little style into it and to make it seem like it's all original and cool and shit. Oh, and within his speech, he notes that he watched a movie in which a guy with a hammer, you know, basically electricity guy with hammer, and he has a little brother that's a piece of shit. If you don't know what I'm referring to the movie Thor. Yes. Henry watched the entirety of Thor and literally thought to himself, yes, I'm Thor. Travis is Loki, when it's the complete opposite way around. Not only is he LARPing off of Thor, this bitch ass nigga is just LARPing off of his brother, and especially, once again, as I'm mentioning, he's LARPing off of fucking Virgil. Damn it! Because Virgil wants to kill, you know, Dante and fight him and stuff. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm gonna throw in one more. Satsuki from Damn Kill La Kill. Same thing. She has a sibling rivalry with Ryuko. And, you know, to be fair, I don't even know. Because I could just say Dante and Virgil have a bunch of LARPers. That includes Travis and Ryuko. Oh, but I'm not saying that because Travis and Ryuko, and especially Dante, are all separate, different characters from their own series and stuff. But yeah, back onto the matter. Travis fights Henry, basically cuts him in half Gojo style, and then proceeds to crawl to Travis like a little ass baby. I was about to say 4-month-old baby, but I'm not really sure. But yeah, he crawls to Travis, Travis kicks him, and basically bashes his dead corpse. And it's found out that he has a clone who, yes, that apparently he never really died. He has a clone. He's connected to the third eye in the game, and that's why in his concept art, he has like a little weird little triangle thingy on his head. This little, you know, now I'm gonna throw in one more. He's LARPing off of PA from Yu Yu Hakusho, bruh. He's LARPing off of PA. This is horrible. Just Henry cannot start the LARPing allegations, man. Henry's such a LARPer. Yeah, but to conclude it, Travis basically goes to go take a shit. As most people would probably think, there was a bug in the game, but it was really just Henry fucking up with the game and proceeding to kill Travis and just move on. Never to be heard from ever again, just like No More Heroes 2 and Travis Strikes Again. I'm telling you, like, and then it's at the very end is when he's like slightly mentioned, is like, oh, he's the big evil now, and now we're left on a cliffhanger. We're left on a cliffhanger, waiting for No More Heroes 4, if Suda's even gonna make a No More Heroes 4, with Henry supposedly being the main antagonist of that game, and Destroy might also be in the game as well. Just overall, No More Heroes 3, Henry still is a bum, LARPer. No, he's heavy into LARPing now. He's heavy into LARPing now. And yeah, he's just a sneaking bum as well. You know, and now after we've gone through all our exhibits, I think it's time to just give a whole entire synopsis.
You should kill yourself now.
This game sucks.
Yes, finally. The final and last section that I can finally conclude this long ass video with. Overall, with every single evidence that I've provided and everything that I've even shown on screen, whether it's the stupid blackface thing, which I was joking about, the sneaking allegations, him getting his ass beat in the majority of his fights, and only getting lucky when it was in his dreams. And not only that, sneaking while somebody's taking a shit. This nigga Henry Cooldown is a literal fucking fraud. At this point, I am genuinely convinced that, you know, what's her name? Kimmy Howell from No More Heroes 2, and she is in 3. I feel like she could be Henry. Just Henry's a fucking fraud, and he's a bum. Matter of fact, one last time, I'ma bring in somebody special. What's it? One of my childhood horrors, Slender Man, and he's going to just say this and conclude the video off from here. Yeah, and then the video's just gonna stop. You know, and then credits roll. Yeah.
You are a fucking bomb!
I would like to thank everybody here who was able to help and support in the making of this video. Primarily everybody who is on the screen right now. It really means a lot to me, and how much y'all are willing to support me on a certain video, and it's really inspiring me to make more, even though I'm throughout the production of this I was kind of being a lazy ass bitch. But yeah, thank you guys a lot.